So, I watched San Andreas a few weeks ago. It's the latest in disaster films, and honestly, it does absolutely nothing new. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not a terrible film. It just doesn't bring anything new to the genre. The plot is the same as every other disaster film. You know, something happens and scientists predict that it isn't over yet. They try to warn people, but they're too slow and not taken seriously. And then there's always somebody who tries to rescue the kid who always gets caught up in things. And it really is nothing new. Okay, granted, one of the scientists' friends dies during the initial earthquake, and the film tries to act like it's important for the next half an hour, but it really goes nowhere, and later in the film, it's like the guy never even existed, like his death never happened. It's completely ignored. The one new thing it does, it completely ignores. Completely. Meanwhile, in the world of cliché, the kid gets trapped in a parking lot after being deserted by her mother's boyfriend, and then he's rescued by a love interest. It really didn't impress me. The film didn't really impress me at all. There were a few cool moments, like the one where the parents go over the top of the tsunami, and that's about it. Then at the end of the film, everything's fine, as it always is in disaster films, and then you get the cheesiest, most cliché moment in the film, right at the end, when an American flag blows in the wind. The father gets asked, "What do we do now?" or something along those lines. He's staring at the flag and just says, "We rebuild." And just what was going through the screenwriter's mind when he wrote that shit? What? They had a chance to make an epic new film like people hadn't seen before, and they blew it, settling for something just average. So the final score for this film is a 5 out of 10. It's not terrible, but it's also not great by any stretch of the imagination. It's average. Everything in it is just average, including the acting, apart from maybe Dwayne Johnson and Ian Grufford, even though it was obvious that Grufford's character was going to run away. It's the most cliche character in it, maybe apart from Dwayne Johnson's. He portrayed a typical businessman in any disaster film, but at least he played it fairly well. And it's not his fault that his death was some of the worst green screen I've ever seen in a film. Next week will be a film review of Lucy, I think. But yeah, I didn't particularly like this film. We'll do Lucy, then that'll be it for the ton of film reviews, well, the 3 film reviews that I've got down. And it'll be on to talking about there'll be how-tos and other stuff, and maybe guest videos. I might still have a few reviews mixed in there, but it's not going to be week after week, review after review.